And we're live. It's Brendan with the Elite Pete's Time Crew here with your Shelter Island presented by Northwell Health, 10K and accompanying 5K awards. If you're just joining us, once again, my name is Brendan. I'm from Elite Pete's, and we are doing better late than never, right? The Shelter Island Run 10K and accompanying 5K awards. We're going to give a couple minutes to see if there's any late stragglers to join in. If you are hearing this, both the raffle and the award ceremony can be watched at any time. And you do not have to be present to win any of the 10 comp entries. You're going to be doing 5 for the 2022 Shelter Island Run and 5 for events put on by the Never Stop Running Foundation. And we're also going to be rolling through all of our age group winners, our overall winners, our masters winners, and the overall winners in the 5K. And we're going to be doing all of that in just a few, giving a little shout out to our sponsors. So we hope that you participated in this year's Shelter Island Run, whether you were a supporter or a volunteer, somebody on the course, or one of our many participants. We appreciate your support of the Shelter Island Run, all the great stuff that it does. And once again, we're going to just wait a little bit and see if we have a few more people joining us. And oh, by the way, don't hesitate to say something in the chat. That's right, you can feel free to use the chat. Typically, an award ceremony might be a little bit rude to say something during the when the speaker is talking, but feel free to say something in the chat. How many years have you run the Shelter Island Run? What's your favorite part of it? Are you looking forward to next year? You're going to be there next year. How was the first year you did it? We'd love to hear from you. So feel free to say something in the chat, join in, and we're going to start our award ceremony in just a minute. All right. All right, so once again, if you're just joining us, my name is Brendan. I'm from Elite Pete's, and here is your Shelter Island Run presented by Northwell Health, award ceremony and raffle. Once again, you do not need to be present to win any of the raffles, and the awards have all been mailed out. And I know the event was 2 months ago, but we wanted to make sure we got all the awards in hand and then mailed out, and there was a whole supply thing taking time, but it's nice to be here and looking forward to a really exciting 2022 year, and also to look back on how it didn't even seem like, this time last year, whether or not we were going to be able to have the 2021 Shelter Island Run. So it's really a blessing that we were able to have it, and we appreciate everyone's participation. As we get started on the Shelter Island Run, we do want to give a big shout out to our presenting sponsor, the Shelter Island Run presented by Northwell Health. If it wasn't for the support of Northwell Health, both, through the greater New York area during the pandemic and all that they did as first responders in healthcare, but also for our small race, our small part of the running community, no, not a small part, I should say, the largest race on the Forks out east, and one of the oldest and most prestigious races in the greater Northeast. The Shelter Island Run was truly grateful to partner up with Northwell Health, raising funds for Cohen Children's Hospital, as well as various charities on Shelter Island Run. Their sponsorship made it possible for us to put on the event this year, and we look forward to a continued partnership with them in years to come. But we also want to give a big shout out to all of our sponsors, such as North Fork Surgery Center, and a big shout out to Dr. Frank ADBHRO, Penelope Moore Saunders and Realty, All Around Foods, and Corcoran Realty. We truly appreciate your gracious support of the Shelter Island Run 10K this year, and we look forward to your support in years to come. And we'd be amiss without thanking all of our healthcare workers, police and firefighters, as well as our kids and all the participants, you yourselves, who joined us for the run. We also want to give a big special thank you to the Shelter Island Police Department and the Shelter Island Fire Department. Without their support, the event simply wouldn't happen. We want to thank the American Legion for being so gracious with their facilities. And we want to thank the Village of Daring Harbor for their years of support, allowing this most scenic race to be able to continue on the course that it's on. And there were so many amazing members of the Shelter Island Run Committee that deserve a shout out, led by the fearless Mary Ellen ADPHRO. They work hard every month that this event goes on to make sure that it can happen. I want to give a big thank you to Christina for organizing the volunteers, and so many other people that really make this event happen. When you're out there, you're running, and it's going seamless, and you see the water stops. There are so many people behind the scenes that are working on it. So I want to thank them. And I, of course, want to thank you, the participants. we at Shelter Island Run would not be able to have this event without your support. So thank you to everybody that participated in it. Thousands and thousands of dollars were raised for charity. Almost over about 1,000 people participated in the race on race day, being able to go out for a great run. And the Shelter Island town, they were able to come out and enjoy and get back to normalcy a little bit, as this was at the time in June the largest race on the roads since the pandemic started. We are now going to start our, we're going to start with our overall winners. We're going to be giving them a shout out first and foremost, and then we'll go into the age groups. And we're going to start with our wheelchair participants. In third place this year, we had Norbert Hollowat. In second place, and I think in the last, each year for the last few years, he's been in second place. We want to give a shout out to our very own run committee member and second place overall in the wheelchair division, William Lair. And the annual winner for the last, I don't know how many years in the wheelchair division, coming through in 36:02 at 5:48 mile pace is Peter Hawkins. As we segue into the 5K division, we're going to be giving a shout out to our top 3 men and women. We don't do age groups in the accompanying 5K. It's really just a way to participate in the run, get the scenic race, but we do recognize our top 3 men and women. And in third place on the women's side, we have Kay Lawson in the teal right here, did 9:41. And second place on the women's side, we have Molly Orlovich. And in first place, Catherine Jonas. That's Catherine ran a 2015 for 6:31 mile pace. Molly ran a 2034 for 6:37 mile pace, and Kay ran a 23:41 for 7:37 mile pace. Great job, ladies. On the men's side, in third place, we have Kyle Connor. In second place, in the red there, bib 974, we have Nicholas Persekeli. And in first place and second place overall, as Catherine did edge him out at the line, we have Braden Clements. Braden came through in a 2016. Nicholas came through in a 21:21. And Kyle ran a 21:28. Great job, gentlemen. Now we move into our top 4 female finishers. In fourth place, with a 42:34, running a 6:51 mile pace, we have Jordan Pearson. In third place, representing the New York Athletic Club, running a 39:20, coming through in 6:20 mile pace, we have Sylvia Del Fava. In second place, running a 37:13. That's a 5:50 mile pace, 5:55 mile pace. We have none other than Kara Sherman. And the 2021 winner of the Shelter Island 10K run presented by Northwell Health is Long Island's own Allie Kiefer, running a 34:25. That right there is 5:30 mile pace. Congratulations to our top 4 women. On the men's side, in fourth place, hailing from the New York Athletic Club, is John Flannery, running a 32:30. That's a 5:20 mile pace. Coming from in third place, we have Mitch Amons, crossing the line in 32:16 at 5:12 mile pace. Our runner-up is Patricio Castillo, running a 32:13 in a hard-fought race for second place. And our winner this year, sporting that jersey that I love, Elite Peas, is Jordan Daniel, running a 32:10. Congratulations to our top 4 men in the Shelter Island run presented by Northwell Health, our top 4 overall winners. As we move into our female Masters winners, we're going to recognize our top 2 women. In second place this year is Lori Slater, running a 47:29. In first place is none other than Barbara Gubbins, running a 46:38. On the men's side, our masters coming through in second place is Keith Guilfoyle, running an impressive 37:39. However, he was bested by fifth overall and blazing fast Guillermo Pineda Morales, running a 33:47. Great run by our masters, men and women, at the Shelter Island Run 10K, presented by Northwell Health. Those are certainly some impressive times by our men and women, our top overall finishers. They deserve a big round of applause, and they have been recognized with a cash bonus. Allie and Jordan, as our top men and women from the United States, also received an additional top finisher award for being the first American. We look forward to seeing their performances coming up in years to come. We're going to be going through our top 3 men and women, starting with our youngest at heart. That is our 75 and over, going to our track stars of tomorrow. That's our female and men and women 19 and under. And remember that all the winners of each age group get an automatic entry into next year's Shelter Island 10K run. On the men's side, 75 and over, in second place, we have Dan Ingendo. And in first place, we have Joseph Lazaro. Dan ran a 55:44, and Dan ran a 1:03 hour and 3 and 15 seconds, and Joseph ran a 55:44. On the women's side, 75 and over, we have in third place Hillary Butcher, in second place Francois Davis Mallow, and in first place Josephine Marchetti. That's Hillary with a 126, Francois with a 121.31, and Josephine with a 112.13. On the 70 to 74 men's side, in third place we have Austin Mangan, in second place Frank Capone, and in first place David Dempsey. Austin ran a 106.11, Frank ran a 57.34, and David ran an impressive 54.18. On the women's side, 70 to 74, our winner, running a 141.53, is Tina Roach. On the men's side, 65 to 69, in third place, we have Bill Rogers, Boston Bill Rogers, cruising through in a 57.38. In second place, Bob Mangan, and in first place, Jim Arnone. Bill running a 57.38, Bob running a 49.33, and Jim running a 46.57. On the women's side, 65 to 69, in second place is Janet Longo, and in first place is Marianne Zachariah. Janet ran a 106.54, and Marianne ran a 104 flat. In 60 to 64 men's side, in third place, Peter Flory, in second place, Robert Freed, and in first place, Gareth Brancato. Peter ran a 46.41, Robert ran a 45.33, and Gareth ran a 45.05. On the women's side, 60 to 64, in third place, Tracy Epstein, in second place, April Agostino, and in first place, Dolores Dorman. Tracy ran a 54.42, April ran a 54.30, and Dolores ran a 52.55. That's a competitive age group right there. On the men's side, 55 to 59, in third place, Jake Seward, in second place, Robert Magnato, and in first place, Angus Goebel. Jake ran a 57.07, Robert ran a 55.19, and Angus ran a 44.25. On the women's side, same age group, 55 to 59, in third place, Celeste Flick, in second place, Penelope Christophou, and in first place, Andrea Cantor. That's Celeste with a 56.26, Penelope with a 55.54, and Andrea with a 48.04. Men's side, 50 to 54, in third place, Todd Ludlam. In second place, Jason Ader. And in first place, Liam Malenefi. That's Todd with a 44.19, Jason with a 42.52, and Liam with a 42.11. On the women's side, 50 to 54, in first place, Yvonne Leopold. In second place, Christine Petty. And in first place, Haydu Haydick. Yvonne running a 50.05, Christine with a 48.54, and Haydu with a 47.48. On the men's side, 45 to 49, in third place, Rinaldo Martinez. In second place, Rob Kinderman. And in first place, Michael Anderson. That's Rinaldo with a 44.35, Rob with a 43.34, and Mikhail with a 42.49. On the women's side, 45 to 49, in third place, Laura Fabrizi. Second place, Toby Liu. And in first place, Erica Freiberg. Laura running a 52.03, Toby with a 51.50, and Erica with a 50.56. On the men's side, 40 to 44, in third place, Edward Keenan. In second place, Brad Wellington. And in first place, Craig Burkowski. Edward ran a 43.46, Brad a 42.44, and Craig cracking the 40 minutes with 39.30. On the women's side, 40-44 in third place, Angela Kim. Second place, Jamie Knockman. And in first place, Kate Dowling. Angela ran a 52.23. Jamie ran a 51.51. And Kate for the win with 50.45. 35-39 men's side, third place, David Kennedy. Second place, Christopher Kogel. And in first place, Audi McRae. David running a 38.05. Christopher running a 37.05. And Audi running a 33.55. Women's side, same age group, 35-59, and third place, Lily Rossau Greenberg. Second place, Indira Schwatring, and in first place, Allison Tuthill. Lily ran a 49.49, Lindira ran a 48.48, and Allison ran a 48.12. Men's side, 30-34, in third place, Joseph Debono. Second place, Willis Somerville, and in first place, Thomas Harper. That's Joseph with a 42.47, Willis with a 40.54, and Thomas with a 40.34. Women's side, 30-34, in third place, Catherine Sullivan. Second place, Amy Moletro. And in first place, Leah Robbins. That's Catherine with a 46.11, Emily with a 45.21, and Leah with a 42.35. On the men's side, 25-29, in third place, David Carls. Second place, Thomas Kennedy. And in first place, and seventh overall, Ryan Ubadia. David running a 41.15, Thomas running a 34.23, and Ryan running a 34.04. On the women's side, 25-29, we have in third place, Taylor Buckley. In second place, Sarah Bennett. And in first place, Meg Keene. That's Taylor with a 48.48, Sarah with a 47.23, and Meg with a 47.05. That's a tight age group right there. On the men's side, 20-24, in third place, we have Jason Sinnott. In second place, Nicholas Menkel. And in first place, Sean Luzzy. Jason running a 37.17, Nicholas running a 37.13, and Sean running a 34.16. On the women's side, 20-24, in third place, Jillian Johnson. In second place, Kayla Kiblasa. And in first place, Lily O'Doherty. Jillian doing a 48.05, Kayla besting her by about a minute with a 47.10, and Lily edging her out with 25 seconds at 46.45. For our track stars of tomorrow in the 19 and under in our last age group, and then we'll get into our raffles. On the men's side, 19 and under. In third place, Riley Corcoran. In second place, Jason Green. And in first place, Anthony Satera. Riley clocked a 38.15. Jason got a 36.04, and edging him out by 4 seconds, Anthony ran a 36 flat. On the women's side, 19 and under. In third place, Marta Bennett. In second place, Megan Kielbasa. And in first place, Penelope Green. Marta ran a 53.32, Megan ran a 47.40, and Penelope ran a 44.22. We're going to get started on and I want to congratulate all of our finishers and participants this year. It was unlike any other year that the Shelter Island Run has happened, and we are so grateful for all of your participation. We want to give a special congratulations to all of our age group winners, our overall winners, our masters, our wheelchair winners. You guys are all deserve kudos for your accomplishments, but each and every one of you that showed up, participated, and ran, walked, got to that finish line however you did. Congratulations to each and every one of you. And we were blessed, right? The rain held out. It looked like it was going to come. Even us breaking down the finish line area, we were able to get everything put away before the rain hit. So we're very thankful for that. At this point, we're going to move over to our raffle. Now, once again, you don't have to be present to win. Winners will be notified by email. However, if you do win, make sure you let us know. And feel free to let us know stuff in the chat. How long have you done the Shelter Island Run? What year was your favorite year? What year was your first year? Will you be back next year? We hope to see you. With the raffles, all right, we have all participants in our spinner wheel. Right, I'm going to go to that in just a second. We're going to be raffling off 5 entries to Never Stop Running Foundation races. The Never Stop Running Foundation supports the greater New York City area, Nassau, Suffolk, the boroughs, and beyond running community, supporting emerging elite athletes, supporting nonprofits, and they have put on 40 races a year. So you'll be able to pick from a slew of upcoming events this year. It'll be good for a year from this date till August of next year. And then, of course, we'll then be raffling off 5 entries into the Shelter Island Run 2022, which are good for next year. All right, let me pull up our spinner wheel. As you can see, we have all of our participants here from listed right through, all of our registrants. I'm going to be spinning it now. and announcing for the first winner of a entry into a Never Stop Running Foundation upcoming event. Bib number 125, Jennifer De Lanerdis. You have won an entry into an upcoming Never Stop Running Foundation race. Our next winner is bib number 245, Tiffany Kemp. You have won an entry into a Never Stop Running Foundation race. Bib number 1086, Michael Gale. You've won an entry into an upcoming Never Stop Running Foundation race. Bib number 248, Merritt Bayazet. You've won an entry into an upcoming Never Stop Running Foundation race. And we're going to be raffling off one more, and then we'll be raffling off 5 free entries into the 2022 Shelter Island Run 10K. Bib number 401, David Brigham. You've won an entry into an upcoming Never Stop Running Foundation race. Okay, at this point, we're going to be picking 5 lucky entries into the 2022 Shelter Island Run 10K. We're going to be drawing those right now, so best of luck to each and every one of you. Our first winner getting a ticket to the 2022 Shelter Island Run 10K is none other than bib number 559, Aaron Finlay. You punched your ticket, Kelly Donnelly, to the 2022 Shelter Island 10K Run. We have 3 more entries we will be raffling off, and here is our third entry to the 2022 Shelter Island 10K Run is none other than number 814, Edward Kenyon. And our penultimate winner of an automatic entry, free automatic entry into the Shelter Island 10K Run 2022 is bib number 1203, Allison Thiel. And our final winner to the 2022 Shelter Island 10K Run, an automatic entry is going to none other than James Dowd, bib number 394. Well, congratulations to our recent winners, right? There was winners of the race. Now there are winners today. We'll be notifying you all by an email in the next few days. If you watch this stuff, feel free to reach out. You want to do one of the Never Stop Running Foundation races, if you won one of those, they're the featured events on the Elite Beats calendar. The Never Stop Running Foundation has events from 5K to marathon, sometimes ultras. So take your pick. And the Shelter Island 10K Run, you can't get much better prize than that. Looking forward to seeing everyone back next year. I want to once again wholeheartedly thank all the participants, the sponsors, the police department, the fire department, the countless volunteers who made the Shelter Island Run presented by Northwell Health possible this year. I, speaking personally as a race director and a timing and event production organization, and even though we had done hundreds of races before that since the pandemic started, we were doing them all the time. It was our first real large event that felt pretty normal. And it was really nice to see everybody back there. I know it was a special day for all of us here at Elite Pete's. We hope it was a special day for you too. So thank you so much for supporting us, supporting the Shelter Island Run 10K, presented by Northwell Health, thousands of dollars that went to charity this year. We look forward to seeing you at upcoming events, races, and next year on Shelter Island, the 2022 Shelter Island